body. And when you move your body, you're moving nice and sweet and sexy. All right? Woman, you good, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on love. You good, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on love. Physically fit, physically fit, physically fit, woman, physically fit, physically fit, physically fit, woman, that's sweet, fantastic. Get your body out in the big tight, get your woman, that's sweet, in a good kick. Get your body out in the big tight, get your woman, that's sweet, fantastic. Get your body out in the big tight, get your woman, that's sweet, fantastic. Get your body out in the big tight, get your woman. I like to
Move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it. Do you like to move it? Let me know if you like to move it like I like to move it. That's all right, everybody. Keep going, keep going, keep dancing. We're going to keep on going till we get everybody up and moving. Be sure to drop a comment. Let us know you're coming on. Let me know you're here. I'm looking to see for your name. All right, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. How are you all doing today? I hope everybody's had a fabulous weekend and a wonderful, marvelous Monday as we get started here today. Just taking a look at what's going on in our business, where we're at, and what we have to work with. So, Move It Monday is always our chance to kind of like set our mindset on where we want to go and what we want to do. And even though it's not the first of our Tupperware week, it's kind of that reset button that we're halfway through the week and we know we've got to push till the end of the week and we've got things to do. And it also means that we're looking ahead to the beginning of the new week coming on Thursday and planning where we want to be when we head into that new week as well. So make sure that you are leaving us a comment, letting us know you're here. Let me know what you're excited about and all those great things as well. And if it's your first time joining us for Move It Monday, be sure to put that in the comments too. Hey, first time, because we want to know all about you as well. So I want to start tonight with a quote because you know that I always like to start with a quote. For those of you I haven't met yet, I think I've met most of you now. My name's Marcia Brown. I'm your business leader here of our Hooray Sales Company. And I think it's important that we always kind of use like this time to get our minds in the right places and focus on where we want to go. So I want to start tonight with this quote: hold the vision. Now, what does that mean? The vision is the big picture, where you see yourself going, what you want from your business. And then the second part of this quote is drop the excuses, because you know what? We all do it. We all make excuses for why we can't do something. And I want you to stop doing that. I want you to drop the excuses and I want you to focus on why you can. And more importantly, remember your why. Why you want to drop the excuses, why you want to hold on to that vision, why you want to keep going no matter what gets in your way, because you're going to swerve around the obstacles. Because no matter what happens to us in life, we always have a choice. We can choose to let it defeat us, or we can choose to find a new way. And that's really what swerving around the obstacles means, is that there's going to be roadblocks. There's going to be things that come up, and it's up to us to figure out the way we're going to get through it to the other side. And most importantly, trust the process. Now, what do I mean by that? Sometimes people get caught up in the end result. Oh, I want to be a director. I want to be a manager. I want to have $1,000 a week in sales, and all of these end result goals that we want to go to. But at the end of the day, what really matters is that we get up every day and we do the work. We trust the process. And tonight we're going to really talk about the process, the things that we need to be doing, the things that we are in control of, the things that will make the difference, and whether we get where we want to go in our business or whether we don't. So are you ready for that? Are you ready to get going with me here tonight? I hope so, because at the end of tonight, I'm going to do something very special, a special drawing just for you guys who are on here and who are commenting. So make sure that you are really focusing on where it is you want to go in your business, because I'm going to ask you to share that with me a little bit later. All right. So first off, I want to take a minute to do a shout out to our folks from last month who were our high five. We finished off our May month. And once again, we all had some hiccups along the month. We had some setbacks. Maybe we didn't quite get where we wanted to go, but that's then. Today is now. We are focused forward on where we want to go. But a big shout out to our top 5 in personal sales for the month of May. Number 5, Doreen Pelletier. Number 4, Karen Edwards. Number 3, Corinne Brown. Number 2, Aubrey Stebbins. And number 1, Dawn Vermette. In personal recruiting, we had several ties, and ties are always broken by sales. Our top 5 are Teresa Pittman, Deborah Gooding, Colleen Helgren, Aubrey Stebbins, and Tara Empson. And then moving on to our top teams in recruiting, we have in the number 5 position, Jenny Hegler, number 4, Corinne Brown, number 3, Michelle Davis, number 2, Tara Empson, and our number 1 team are the Moneymakers led by Pam Stokes. So big shout out to them. That's 2 months in a row, Moneymakers leading the way in recruiting. All right, moving on to our top managers in unit sales, our top 5, Heather Leeson, Donna Jo Wilkinson, Doreen Pelletier, Kim Walker, and Veronica Todoroff. So that's a super way to finish your months. And we have one more group we want to recognize. That's our top 5 director teams in the number 5 position, Corinne Brown, number 4, Pam Stokes, number 3, Michelle Davis, number 2, Karen Edwards, and number 1, Dawn Vermette. So congratulations to all of our high five to you. Congratulations. We applaud you. And you know what? As we start this new month, it's an open field for anyone and everyone. All right, so let's take a look at what we are working with this month. And this month, of course, we have a brand new exclusive item that you can work for. And this is based on that same formula. This is an exclusive offer just for our Hooray Sales Company. And it's based on whatever you did in March or whatever you did in April, whatever your March numbers were. That's the start. If you had 0 sales in March, then it's based on what your sales were in April. And if you started in May, then it's going to be $150. So if your sales in March were $100, then your goal is $100 plus $150, so $250. If your sales in March were 0, but in April you did $400, then your goal is $550. And so that's how it works. So in all of our new consultants that joined this month, their goal is $150. But check it out, guys. Look what you're getting with that by making this goal happen. And it's free for you to be able to qualify for this. So it's a $79 value you're going to get for free. It includes 4 of our amazing microfiber towels, the mop towel, the face towel. Those are that face towel is exclusive. It's so great when you're traveling. It also comes with a set of 2 of the window towels, and I love those for getting grease off the windows, and the universal jar pitcher. And I especially love that universal jar pitcher. And I'm going to share a little tip and idea with you on why everybody needs one of those in their life as well. And then for our managers and above, when you make that sales goal and you add just 1 new personal recruit, you're going to add the universal jar, small universal jar with the dispenser as well as a gel ring. So another great selection of products that you're going to get absolutely free by working towards this goal. If you are not sure what your goal is, reach out to your director right now and say, hey, I need to know what my goal is so I can work towards that, because it's the same goal you had in May, it's the same goal you're going to have in June, and it's the same goal you're going to have in July, because this is going to continue in the month of July. And our goal is every director team having at least 25% of the people on their team achieving this goal. And I know we can do that together, right? But you know what? There's always more in Tupperware. And the more this month are these 3 amazing rewards that you have available to you. In addition, with 500 in sales, you can add 2 of our awesome tools for your home, to put in your kitchen. You get the can opener and the spatula for just $10. It's a $52 value. I mean, you can't that, right? And there's such great tools to have in your kitchen. That top lifter can opener, it's the bomb.com. It will make everything easier. And it's a huge seller when you demonstrate it live for your customers to see as well. At the $1,000 level, you're going to get to add these fun summer rewards that you can use at the beach, at the park, at the lake. You got your water bottle, you've got your neoprene tote, that's a waterproof tote, and you've got your beach blanket that you have there. It's a $93 value. You're going to get it for just $20. And of course, at the $2,000 level, you're going to be able to add one of my favorite pieces of Tupperware Ultra Pro. This is the large oval casserole, and it's such a great one because you can do a chicken in it, you can do a small roast in it, you can use it to make a great big casserole for your family in it. I like to use it for pasta bake. It's a perfect size for that, and it's really good to do a double portion dump cake in. So, and you're not going to have to pay anything for that. It's absolutely free, $79 value. So just think about that, guys. Just by reaching towards that $2,000 level, you've got all 3 of these rewards that you're going to get. You have a really good chance that you're going to earn that gift at the exclusive level as well. And of course, the most important thing is you're going to make money. Because in Tupperware, you write your own paycheck. You get to decide how much money I want to make this month. You are the one who decides that. You're the one who says, this month, I want to make $250. This month, I want to make $500. This month, I want to make $1,000. You know what? I've got some big goals, some big things coming up. I want to double that this month. I want to triple that this month. And the best part of it is, like I said, trust the process. You make that decision and you do the work, and it will come together. And those are the things that we are in control of. What do I get up every day, and what do I do? All right. So I want you to think about that. What size paycheck do you want? What kind of paycheck would you like to be earning this month? Have you thought about that? Because when I start my months, I always like to go, this month, this is my goal. This is what I'm working towards. This is what I want to have at the end of the month. And then I take that and I focus on what does it take for that to happen. And from that, then I start the process, right? The things that I need to do. So one of the great things about our business is we know that we make 25% commission on everything that we sell. We also know that when we get to $1,500 in sales, Tupperware gives us a bonus. They give us a raise just because we hit that level. And so when we think about that, if we thought of a party, an activity, an event as $500, then if we held just one a week, then we would have sold $2,000. We'd win all those gifts that we just looked at, and we would have made 25% of that, which is $500, and we'd get a $100 bonus. Now, let's just assume that those parties aren't $500. Let's just assume they're less than that. But do you know that if you were to hold just one party of $250 in sales a week, at the end of the month, you'd still have made $250 profit. So $250 can be a huge dent. For a lot of us, it can fill up our car with gas 2 times. It could pay off a utility bill. It could help you buy groceries for the week or for the month, depending on your grocery bill. So there's a lot of great things, and that's up to us. We decide. I would like to have that extra $100. I would like to have an extra $250. I'd like to have an extra $500 at the end of the month, and I'd love it with that $500 if Tupperware would give me a $100 bonus. even more so if you can find it in your time to hold 2 parties a week or 3 parties a week or 4 parties a week. Maybe not every week, but maybe pick 1 week a month that I focus really long and hard on getting, like 3 or 4 parties in 1 week, and then I just hold 1 or 2 the rest of the month. That 1 week could be a game changer, because in that 1 week you could make $1,000. You could then have that at the rest of the month as the bonus money that you have to do the things that the fun things you want to do as well. So let's take a look at some of the things that we can do here to make that happen, because I truly believe that parties are the key to success in our business. And yes, we can do all sorts of social selling. We can do all sorts of posting. We can do raffles. We can do events and sell stock that we have on hand. But guys, we can make new money every time we hold a party, and we can meet new people every single time we hold the party. So I want you to think about this, because these are some opportunities that you have to meet some new people. So let's take a look at some of these. So we have, people are starting to get out and have people over. And so right now, in-home parties are happening. Several of our folks have been doing in-home parties. I know when just looking back at our May list, one of the people that was on there was Corinne Brown. And one of the things that Corinne had shared a couple of weeks ago is that she did, 3 in-home parties during the month of May. And she says, and what's so exciting about it is I don't have to be posting every single day. I don't have to be answering questions every single day. I showed up. I did a recipe. I showed the products. People got to touch the product. They got to use the product. They were excited to see the products. And then they placed their orders right then and there. And you know what? All I had to do was come home and enter those orders, and they were done. The host had already gotten some orders ahead of time. There were some online that people that couldn't come. There were some that had given her orders at work, and she wrote all those up. But the thing I want to share is those in-home parties, each one of them, the 3 she held, every single one of them was over $1,000 in sales. That's right, guys. Show up, an hour and a half, 2 hours, walk out the door. You have in your hand over $1,000 in sales, and you're done. You don't have to keep working on it or anything. You've got it. And that's $250 that you just made for that 2 hours of your time. And you add those up, and it puts you over that $4,000 mark. And that's when you get that big bonus, and you get to take that big jump to that $400 or $500 bonus in addition to everything else. So I want you to think about, could I do an in-home party? Maybe I never have. Maybe that in-home party is when you're going to do yourself and invite some folks over. Maybe you're going to reach out to a few of your neighbors or a few of your friends and say, hey, would you help me try something out? I'm going to be doing a party in my home. Will you come? Now, these parties can be cooking classes, and it can be any range of products that you might want to try. But you could do any of our products, and you could do a recipe. Right now we have a pressure cooker I love the pressure cooker. It's a great one to do a recipe in. We have the stack cooker. We have the Power Chef or supersonic chopper. That's a great one that you can do something with real easily for people to see. So when I say cooking class, it can be something as simple as making salsa. It can be something as simple as doing a cake in the microwave in 9 minutes, which brings me to the Chocoholics Party. So, everybody loves chocolate. So why not do a Chocoholics Party or a death by chocolate? And you can share 2 or 3 different things that you can do. I did a Chocoholics Party one day. A couple years ago, before COVID. I have to admit it was before COVID, because people are just starting to get back to this. But we did a Chocoholics Party, and we made a cake, our death by chocolate cake. And then we made chocolate martinis. And then for a little appetizer, I made a chocolate mole sauce. Okay, so mole is a Mexican sauce that's got chocolate and chipotle peppers in it. And we had chicken in there, like chicken fingers in it. And we just made this little sauce and cooked them. And it was like a little appetizer. And they put them on tortillas and ate them. And it was they loved it. And it was a big hit. And once again, because they saw the products in use and they got to have fun tasting and everything, they got even more excited about the products. And so the average order of the people at that party that night was almost $200. I mean, that's crazy, right? To think that people will spend that much on Tupperware. But the thing is, they will when they see how it helps their life. Now, you can make it just something kind of fun, like a wind down Wednesday. And everybody, tell them to bring their own bottle and they can have a wind down Wednesday party. There's a lot of groups in different neighborhoods where they have a wind down Wednesday every week anyway, or once a month. And you could be their featured guest that goes and just shows how our corkscrew works and talks about some products, some easy recipes that would be great snacks that they could use during their Wind Down Wednesday. You could show them how to make a charcuterie platter using our beautiful, clearly elegant low tray, which would be great for that. But of course, right now, also, this is a perfect time for a pool party. Because people that have pools in their backyard, you can just set up. It's casual, it's entertaining. Once again, you can do something really simple on our op events that we had the last week or so. We had like Where Will the Party Take You? We did 2 of those, and Karen Edwards shared a very fun, refreshing new salsa recipe with cucumbers and strawberries, and so that would be a fun one you could do outdoors with a pool party. You don't know anyone that has a pool, talk to your, if they've got one of those little blow up pools that you can put some water in, and everybody can sit around in their lawn chair and put their feet in the pool, and you've got a pool party that way as well. If there's a neighborhood pool, you could meet there. I've done that before where we had it at the neighborhood pool, and we just sat up on a table nearby and we had our Tupperware party over here while everybody else was doing their thing at the pool. So those are some ideas of some in-home parties. There's so many out there to choose from, but think about these are some options that you have. You can also take it to where people are, and people, yes, are back at work. So this is a thing you can put out there. Who's back working in an office? Who would like for me to bring brunch to them? Who would like me to bring lunch to them? And so what you can do is you can kind of make this a campaign that brunch on me. And what you can do is you can actually take the smart multi-cooker and you can do cinnamon rolls in less than 10 minutes in that for them. And you just show up and you just put it in their microwave and you cook them, and then they can all sample it and they see it and they see how yummy it is. Lunch hour, you can do the mac and cheese. It is a super easy recipe. It's super cheap. You can do it in the pressure cooker. You can pop it into their microwave and cook it, and then they can have lunch on you. And it gives you a chance to show the Tupperware products and talk to them about it and give them a chance to see it. And of course, before and afters are doing something before people come into, or as they're coming into work, or you do something right after people get off work. And that works really well in medical offices, where they come in shifts and you could be there for an hour and they can just kind of come through. It's kind of like a stop and shop. The after party can be right there in the office, or it could be someplace nearby, because if people have to sit in traffic anyway, they might as well wait an hour, and then they're missing most of the traffic. So they can come to the Tupperware party right after. So look at the ways you can get into where people are and you can offer what you have. Now, of course, everybody loves doing things together. So multi-host parties are another great way to do it. You can double up. You can have somebody who's already having a party and get them to bring a friend on with them. Say, look, you're already having the party and you know you need datings to get the bonus gifts. So who do you know that might want to have the party with you? And you can do that. I learned how to do that by accident. I actually had someone who was having a party for me, and then they called me and said, I know I need 2 datings. Would it be okay if my mom and sister had a party with me today? Would that count for mine? And I was like, sure, because I'd never heard about doing that. And I thought, well, let's try it. And when I got there, All three of them had been working on their outside orders. All three of them had invited people to the party. And by the time I finished that day, all three of them had well over the sales they needed to qualify for their host gifts. And we'd gotten four more new parties dated because the mom and the sister, both had convinced two other family members and friends to date parties. So I held three parties at the same time and ended up getting four more datings out of that. So doubling up is a great way to maximize your time. You can do a bingo, and I know a lot of you are doing bingos virtual now, and that's great, but I want you to think about bingos in a different way, because in this case, they're not just coming to play bingo. What they're doing is they're bringing orders to qualify to play bingo. So you could do this in person, and and you give everybody a catalog to work on, and they bring their orders with them. And so for every certain amount, you could say $50, you could say $100, they get a bingo card to play bingo. Now, their orders also are going to count for them to be able to qualify for free gifts. But you also tell them that if they bring people with them to the bingo, then they're going to get another bingo card. And then the person that's coming, will get to play a game of bingo. But if they place an order, they get an additional card, or they get to play for a bigger batch of gifts. So kind of here's what I do. When they come to play bingo, I have two different cards, and you can get these paper cards that you can use if you're doing it in person. And I have like an orange card and a blue card. And the orange card, everybody gets an orange card to play. And those are for little things like your tiny treasures, like a scoop or a spoon, one of the pickup spoons, or it could be a whistle straw, or it could be, one of the funnels that comes in your tiny treasure bags. But the blue cards are for pieces of Tupperware, and you have different pieces of Tupperware that they're playing bingo for. And the blue cards are the ones who brought orders or placed orders. And so that's how they get to play for the bigger gifts. The more orders they bring, the more big gift cards they get to play. And this can be huge because you can get one person who maybe comes and brings $100 in orders with them, but they also bring two or three friends who each place an order of $25 or $50. And then you get three or four people who do that. Well, suddenly now you're looking at $600, $700, $800 in sales, which could then grow into $1,500, $2,000. And I've had bingos like this where there have been so many people there that the sales of it ended up over $4,000 in one night. It's a great thing to do with other people. You can get together with some of your friends that are in the area, and you can work together to make this a huge, huge success. You can always have like some raffles at the beginning. They can buy some tickets for that as well. We've sold balloons where we stuck little gifts, pieces of Tupperware inside of it. We didn't, not the actual piece of Tupperware. We took a piece of paper and wrote, like Sandwich Keeper or Fridge Smart, and we'd stick it inside of the balloon, and they'd buy balloons for $5, and then, or you could dump for $10, depending on what you want to do. They pop the balloon, and whatever's inside they get as a gift. So it's just another way to create some fun and some excitement and to get some new things going. And then, of course, we have our kitchen socials or our pop-ups. And some of these, we can do virtual, but you could do this in your home. Like once a month, you could have a kitchen social where you invite people to come to your house to learn about Tupperware, to learn about our products. And it's just like, it's a little pop-up kitchen that you do, and you do it once a month. And as you're out and about, you have a little invitation, you invite people to come, and they come and they check out Tupperware that way, and they get to see it. And then if you have some stuff there you want to sell, that's fine, but it also gives you a chance to get them exposed to what Tupperware has. And then if they want things that maybe they can't afford to get, they could date a party with you to get those things. So that's another way you can get more datings. And then, of course, the mystery host is the party that you do, but you do the party but you give away the host gifts to the people who participate. So once again, this is another kind of a type of party that you can do that can really create some excitement. Now, some of these, all of these can actually be done in a virtual world as well. So our Facebook parties, our online parties, our Zoom parties, so you could do a live demo, you could do a Zoom. The great thing about doing social media parties or virtual parties is that you can do 3 to 5 in a day because you don't even have to leave your house. You could do three in one night. If you're really good, you're able to do multiples at the same time and run them. I'm going to be honest, I'm not that good at them. I have to do one and then move on to the next one. But I know some of our folks like Tara Empson, she can run 3 of them at the same time. And you know what? She'll do that a lot of times. And that's why she's always one of our top sellers, because she really works with her parties and maximizes the time that she has at night to do her party. So that's another thing. Whether you do the 30-minute party, whether you do it where it's over 3 to 5 days and you're posting, over the course of the 3 to 5 days, whether you go live in it or whether you offer a Zoom element, it's time to mix it up a little bit. It's time to try something that maybe you've never tried before. So I want you to think about it. These are some ideas that I have. Maybe you've got some other ideas, but I want to know, what new way to party are you going to book this week? What are you going to focus on trying to get someone to do for you this week? So looking at this list, and maybe some that have popped in your mind, I want you to jot down 2 or 3 different ideas of ways that you're going to focus on trying to get someone to date a party. Because once again, the process is I've got to ask people to do this, and to ask people, I've got to have something to offer. So what 2 or 3 am I going to focus on here this week that I haven't done before? Maybe I've done, but it's been a long time. What would I like to add to my repertoire of parties that I offer to people? And what am I going to do to get those parties? So I want you to, now that you have written down a few for yourself, I want you to comment in the comments right now, what new way to party are you going to book this week? Because Charlie's watching and he's looking and he's going to let me know what some of you are saying. And at the end, like I said, I've got a special gift that I'm going to give away. And you're going to be a part of it because you're here tonight and you're commenting now on what you're going to do. So that's going to be, Linda said her head is spinning. And I love that your head's spinning, because you know what? Sometimes we have to knock ourselves upside the head to get something new, right? The chat party, Shannon's been trying that out. That was another idea that we tried. I'd shared with our directors and they've been working with. And basically, you do it in the chat feature, right, of your Facebook. And instead of doing it in the posting, you just do it. You set up a chat, you tell people it's 24 hours, that's it. And I'm just going to be chatting, I'm going to be posting in here. And it gives people a chance to see some new things. So there's lots and lots of great ideas. And I'm loving what I'm seeing you guys are coming up with. There's some great ideas of things that you can do as well. So yeah, pop up in your community center. I love the one, if you have a friend that has a candy shop, doing something there and letting, showing how Tupperware products can be worked there. Texting parties is another. So guys, think about what you can do this week and what you're going to offer to people so that you can boost your business as well. All right. So now I want to switch gears just a teeny bit. And I want to talk about, we've talked about the party because that is the mainstay of our business. That is what's going to drive us. That's what's going to help us to get more out of our business. But you know what? When we're having those parties, we're going to see more people. And when we see more people, we're going to have more people to offer the opportunity. And so this month, it's really sweet for you to not close your mind as to, who can I recruit? I want you to think about, I can recruit everybody. And I want you to get out there and I want you to be talking to everybody about joining you. Because this month, when you bring in 6 friends, look what you're going to get. You're going to get your poultry shears for your first one. You're going to get the 12-inch griddle for the second one. You're going to get the 8-inch fry pan for the third one. And you're going to get the 3.2 quart saute pan for the 6th one. And I want you to think bigger than you've ever thought before. Don't make excuses. Don't tell yourself what you can't do. I want you to focus on this is something that you can do, and you deserve these great gifts for doing it. Push yourself outside your comfort zone and try something new so that you can take advantage of this. Now, each of these is based on you bring the person in and you help them see what's in it for them. You help them get off to a great start. You challenge them to maybe get their first order together. You encourage them to hold a launch party. Your director is there to help you with that if you're not comfortable with it, to get them started, because there's going to be gifts for them. But all they have to do is join and submit that first order of $40, and it counts for you. 1, get your poultry shears. 2, get your 12-inch griddle. 3, get your 8-inch fry pan. And 3 more gives you your 3.2 quart saute pan. And you know what would be even more exciting is that each of the people that you bring in, you challenge them to go do the same thing. Do you realize how fast you could build a big team? Do you have any idea what that big team could mean for you in terms of money in your pocket? That paycheck that you can write can just get bigger because you've shared this opportunity with other people. So what's in it for them? Well, of course, they get a choice of the deluxe demonstration kit or our virtual opportunity, which is basically they open an account and they can just start selling. But the key thing here is when you can show people our products and you can show them how they work, then you're going to have more sales coming in. And the best value that we can offer to people is the opportunity to come in and hold parties. You see, we've kind of gotten into this thing of being afraid to ask people if they want to make money. We've been focused so much on, you like Tupperware, you want to get Tupperware at a discount, come on and open an account so you can shop at a discount. But right now, with the way the economy is, people need money, guys. We have the answer for them. We can give them a way to make money. And the way we are going to help them to make money is by showing them what the party is all about and showing them that holding a party can put $50 in their pocket. It can put $100 in their pocket. Holding a couple of parties every week could put $500 or more in their pocket. And that can be a huge thing for so many people. And of course, by coming in and giving it a try, they're going to qualify for these 2 great rewards, our paring knives and our pasta or our tongs, which I like to use for pasta. I like to use them for flipping things when I'm cooking and using on the grill. And of course, as I've mentioned already, that amazing pressure cooker that is like the bomb.com. It's $169 value. It's only $35 when they have their first order of $500 or more. I had to take a sip of my tea here. All right, so this is what's in it for them. And then, of course, in the process of that, when they do that 500, they just qualified for that exclusive bonus we talked about at the very beginning, and they qualified for their can opener and their utensil as well. So you see, it's a win-win for them. They're holding a party, they're getting free products, they're making money, they're qualifying for additional products that they can get at a super discount, and you're growing your team. And that's what's going to be exciting about that. But I love this one. Okay, I talked about that universal jug at the beginning and why everybody needs a universal jug, because that's where you're going to store your money for your vacation fund. This is your hashtag vacation fund, right? So I'm going to put this over here like that so you can see hashtag vacation fund. All right. And this is the thing. How much money do you want in your vacation fund? Do you want an extra $250? Do you want $500? Do you want $1,000? What would it mean for you and your family if you could make an extra $5,000 by the end of this summer, or maybe even in the next couple of months, and you could have a nice vacation in August. Maybe you've already got something planned and you're realizing it's going to cost you a little more because gas prices have gone up and everything. So now is the right time for you to be talking about the vacation fund and doing something fun like this, because think how this is going to open the conversation. I'm going to share this post on our page so you'll have it. But you could put this on your page, and you could stuff some money in your jug, and you can like say, okay, how much money is in my universal jug? And you can talk about the fact that this is your Tupperware money goes in here for your family, for the specials, whether it's a vacation fund. Come this fall, this can be your hashtag Christmas cash. You could use this for your back to school shopping. So it can have a lot of different purposes, but this can be a great visual to show people that money can be made in Tupperware. So I want you to think about, where would you travel? Where would you like to travel with your vacation fund? What would you like to be doing? And how much money is it going to take for you to get that, for you to be able to do that? I mean, these are the kind of things that Tupperware can offer you when you just put your mind to it and you decide, this is what I want. This is how many parties I'll need to hold to do that. I'm going to focus on using these ideas to fill my date book. And then at those parties, I'm going to talk to people about joining my team, because that way I'm going to get the money on the back end as well. We make our money on the front end when we hold our parties and we sell the product. We make our money on the back end when we welcome other people onto the team and we create another stream of income. I love that I'm able to donate money to help other people, because I want to give back. And, people are always interested in helping when you do something like that, when you give back. So every month, you might want to choose something, a product that you're selling, and just have one product that this month, every one of these that I sell, I'm donating, 10% of every one of these that I sell, or 15%. Decide how you want to work it, like a certain product, promote that product for the month as well. But I want to talk about like how you can share the opportunity, because that's really and truly what it's all about, right? How you can share the opportunity and not feel uncomfortable with it, and not feel like you don't know what to say with it. Okay. But I want to talk to you, like, I like this. Let's talk about Tupperware. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Tupperware. All right. So on our Where Will the Party Take You, Kim Walker, one of our star managers, did an awesome demo using the supersonic chopper, which is of course in our demo kit, to make salsa. And this is what we call salsa recruiting. And you can mix this up. You can do it in different ways, but this is just so simple. So what you can do is, tomorrow's Tuesday and it's Taco Tuesday. And you know what? Every single Tuesday, you could talk about our opportunity by going live and doing something for Taco Tuesday. And during your recipe that you're sharing, you can bring Tupperware into it. If you're doing something and you've got your Fridge Smart and you're showing your veggies that you're keeping in your Fridge Smart that you're going to use for your salsa, you can talk about, how Tupperware keeps all your greens fresh, but it also allows you to make greens. And, that's one of the smart things about a Tupperware business, is that you can make money at the same time that you're saving money. And so you can use something like that. There are lots of different products that you can share with people. We've got the measuring cups, and whether you want to make a little bit of money or whether we make a lot of money, Tupperware can be the answer for you. But this is the one that I want to challenge you all to do tomorrow. I want you to go live tomorrow. Okay. And I said there was going to be a special challenge at the end. And this is this special challenge that I'm going to give to all of you for this. Will you go live tomorrow and talk about your business? All right. So this is basically the salsa recruiting message. And if you're using your supersonic chopper, you don't have to do this one, but I'm just sharing this one with you so you don't have to think up something. You're going to use your supersonic chopper. You're going to have your ingredients. You're going to have an onion, Then you could talk about your onion keeper if you wanted to, but you've got your onion, you've got your knife, you can cut with your knife. You can talk about the fact that that's something that we're giving away right now to our new folks who joined the business. But just like an onion has many layers, there are many layers to our Tupperware business. So tonight I'm going to peel away a few of those layers and share those with you. And then you put your onions in there and you chop them up. And then you add to that your cilantro and your jalapeno pepper, because in Tupperware, first thing, there's greens to be made. There's green to be made, a little bit of money or a lot of money. And, that's the great thing about Tupperware. It's you're in control. You can decide how much money you want to make, just like you can decide how much pepper you want to put into your salsa. The green is up to you. All right. And then you're going to have tomatoes to add. And if you use the can opener, okay, you can talk about this. What's really cool about this can openers right now, we have an opportunity to earn this as Tupperware reps and not have to pay full price for it, which is always nice. And you can open up the can and say, because this opportunity is open to anyone. But what it really does is it being your own boss lets you spend time on what matters. Okay. So if you ever watched that movie, Cars, there was the little car, it was called Mater, and so it's tomato, but maters. So for a tomato, you're just going to say, being your own boss lets you spend time on what matters, and for me, that's my family. It allows me to work my business around my family instead of me trying to find time for my family. And then, of course, the last thing that we're going to add to our salsa are those spices. And these are the mini extras that add zest to your life. And so, you can, and these are the things like the awards that we win. This is like the opportunity to win free trips. This is like the opportunity that we have to get products at a discount. This is like the company car that you can qualify to drive in Tupperware. So there's so many extras that will add zest to your life. So why not give it a try today? What have you got to lose? The worst thing that can happen is that you're going to get some Tupperware, you're going to make some money, and you're going to discover you like it or you don't. And nobody's going to hold you, to stay in it forever, and nobody's going to make you do anything you don't want to do. So will you go live tomorrow and talk about your business? And so my challenge for you is to do that, to go live tomorrow. And talk about it. Do Taco Tuesday tomorrow. If you do it, if you don't want to go live on Facebook and do it, you can do it in your home and invite a few friends to come over. You can do it in a Zoom and invite some folks to jump on a Zoom with you. So if you're going on social media tomorrow, when you go live, you're going to go hashtag Taco Tup. Okay. So Taco Tup, hashtag TACOTUPP. Okay. Hashtag Taco Tup. And then you're going to tag me. You're going to go at Marsha Brown. So I know you did it. And for every single one of you that does it tomorrow, I'm going to send you an extra gift. And it will be a little container with some of my homemade Chipotle seasoning, but it'll be a little small spice shaker. You're going to get a little small spice shaker with my seasoning in it. And I'm going to mail that out to you. But everybody who does it is going to go into a drawing as well for a little, like a tote bag that you're going to be able to use to carry things when you go to somebody's house and you're going to do a recipe. Or if you're going to somebody's office, you're going to go and take a recipe. You're going to get a bag. And it's going to be one of those really cool demonstration kit bags. And a lot of you've been asking, how can I get a kit bag? Thank you, Donna Joe. How can I get how can I get a kit bag that says Tupperware on the outside? I have one to give away. And everybody who does this, everybody who goes and does Taco Tuesday tomorrow is going to go into the drawing. But you've got to tag me. If you do it in your home, if you don't do it on social media and you do it in your home, you're going to have to do me a picture and send the picture to me with the people there in your house when you're doing it. If you do a Zoom, you can invite me to the Zoom. I just could pop onto your Zoom tomorrow when you're doing it. So that's something that I really want you to think of, because like I said, we have to seize the opportunity, and we have to focus on the process. And the process that gets us recruits is talking to people about it. The process that gets us parties is talking to people about it. So let's get past our fear. Let's get out there. Let's start talking, and let's make big things happen in our business as well. So a couple things going on. Are you registered for Jubilee? Earlier today on the Tupperware US and Canada page, Doug went live with Lynn Bardowski, who is the $1 Million Party lady, and she is going to be speaking to us at Jubilee. You definitely do not want to miss it, right? You do not want to miss out on being at Jubilee in person, if at all possible, because we're going to have so much fun, and you don't even know how much fun you're going to have if you're with me there. And then, of course, there's always the virtual option, but if you can be there in person, it's going to be huge. You don't want to miss out on that. So make sure that you're registered. We only have 2 more weeks for you to register for this. So get registered today. Tomorrow night, we have our Keys to Success Tuesday night training at 8 p.m. Tomorrow night, it's about product knowledge and demonstrating and learning all about your products. So don't miss out on that as well. And that is a Zoom. And of course, it is the Zoom for that is on the page as well. So you can, it's the same one we use every week. So make sure that you jump in on that as well, and take advantage of that as also. And last but not least, I want to, on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time, I will be doing our monthly meet and greet. This is a chance for you to invite all of our anyone you've welcomed to the business last month or this month, as well as anybody that you would like to learn more about Tupperware. This is a great thing to invite them. This is the Tupperware Zoom number. It's the same one. Once again, I will have it posted as well in our group, but that way you can go ahead and snag it, maybe screenshot right now so you can type it down, write it down, 947-051-61721, so that you got that number handy so you can type that in there to get that and come and join me there as well. Now, I want to ask you a final question tonight before we wrap up everything. What more would you be doing in your business if you knew you couldn't fail? See, once again, that little thing called fear, that little bit of doubt, those obstacles that we see are the things that sometimes keep us from doing what's possible for us to do. So I want you to think about that. And I want you to think about how much more you could do if you knew you couldn't fail, right? And setting your sights today on, I am not stopping. If recruiting is what more I'd be doing if I knew I couldn't fail, then start working on that process. I want to recruit 5 people this week. What do I need to do? I've got to talk to people. How many people do I need to talk to? Well, I don't know, but I'm going to talk to as many as I can until I get my 5. And those are the kind of things that you have to do to yourself to teach yourself discipline to work your business in those ways. I remember, Charlie would sit there and I would say, I've just got to get on the phone. And I hated to get on the phone. I hated to pick up the phone and call people. But I would, I had to face my fear, and I had to say, I'm going to do this because I know if I talk to people, somebody's going to date a party. That's the process. And so I said, I'm going in the other room and I'm going to make my phone calls, and I'm not coming out till I've talked to 10 people or I've dated 3 parties, whatever comes first. Okay. So Charlie would say, okay. And if I came out of the room, he goes, did you date 3 or talk to 10? And if I hadn't, had to go back in the room. So it was a kind of a way of pushing me. And the reason I did it that way, it gave me something to focus on. Okay. If I ask 10 people and all of them say no, that's about my limit of rejection for tonight. 10 no's in a night. It's about all I can handle. But if I said, 3, and the first 3 people I asked said yes, well, I could quit, but I'm kind of on a roll tonight. So I think I'll just keep going and I'll keep doing. And that's the key. You give yourself permission to stop if things aren't going well, but you still make the effort on the process. And the process is asking people to date parties. The process is asking people to join your team. The process is going live and sharing what you have. The process is doing that first in-home party so you get past the fear. These are the things that are going to grow you. These are the things that are going to make you better. These are the things that are going to get you from where you are to where you want to be. So those are some things that I really want you to keep in mind tonight. What in the world happened to me there for a moment, guys? I don't know. I hit the wrong button and I just disappeared on you all. Sorry about that. Where's my slides disappeared? Everything disappeared on me here. All right, so there we go. So we're going to slip on down to the very end of this. Go back through this really quick here. Here we go. And if there's anything that we talked about tonight that I missed, that you missed, let me know, because it's replayed. You can go back and watch it, right? But here's the thing, guys. I want you to think about this quote. I'm not going to tell you it's going to be easy, and I've said this many, many times to people. It's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. Easy means it takes no effort, and it does. It takes determination. It takes a little bit of maybe perspiration under the arms. It takes a little bit of stepping outside your comfort zone. And that's not always easy. And I'm not going to say it's going to be easy because it might not be. But I'm going to tell you this. If you will face your fears, if you will just focus on the process and give yourself permission to get up every day and do things and fail, you're going to succeed. And it will be worth it to have made it through that, because what I have grown through has what's made me who I am today and what has helped me to succeed, because I know that I can make this business work and there's nothing that can stand in my way because I've grown through the obstacles. So what you go through, you grow through, and growing is what's going to make you better. So let's go out there this week. Let's make great things happen, and let's really and truly focus on that process and make things happen. So Charlie, who's my winner for tonight, for our drawing for tonight, for everybody being on? Of course, you have your special challenge as well. And the winner, Kathy I don't even know how to say this, DGOE. Is that right? DGO, yeah. I don't know. Kathy, you're going to have to leave me a voice message and tell me how to say your last name, so I will say it from now on the right way. But winner, Kathy, I will be sending a gift out to you. Congratulations. Everybody who goes live tomorrow is going to get that special spice shaker with my homemade chipotle seasoning. And one of you is going to win that fabulous Tupperware kit bag. All right, guys, have a great evening. Let's move it on. Good night, everybody.